welcome to this week's Mistress M with Angry and Boo.
I'm here for areas of expertise this week.
Yes, because they're certainly out of my area of expertise. Sort of. Well, I know them. Yeah, we'll get there. I'll tell you in a minute. Anyway, first question is... somebody's had a look at the Yaoi videos we've done previously where I got Angry and AIDzee to help me out with that because...
Research.
They like doing that sort of research. AIDzee especially loves a bit of Yaoi research. Anyway, and we talked about how to explain it to people. And we've got a young girl who's written in and she wants some help. And she needs it fast, as soon as you can, please. Because her dad found the Yaoi on her laptop. She forgot to close the page. Right there. Now, see, people, if you're looking at naughty stuff on the interwebs, make sure you close those pages down. Get
your modern browsers as well. Like, just take a virtual hand grenade to Internet Explorer, even the latest versions, like Chrome or Firefox, with the incognito. I think Chrome and Firefox might have a different word for it, but it's basically, it doesn't keep a history of what you do, and it has this really cute thing like saying, this is perfect for planning parties and stuff so people don't know where you've been shopping. Yeah, that's why people use use anonymous. They're so cute putting
I
that
love
in.
living alone because no one ever looks at... If anybody looked at my browser history, considering the questions I get asked and the stuff I research, they would think I was one sick girl. But, so look, my advice straight away to all of you out there, if you're looking at naughty stuff on the interwebs, hide it. Hide it.
But for reals, you didn't close the window and your parents were around, that's the first thing you want to rethink.
Yeah.
Like, don't be looking at it while your parents are in this house or whatever. But really, close it down, remove the history, that sort of thing.
And I mean, look, we're not advocating that everybody in the world should be secretive and private about their sexuality. Absolutely be out and proud about your sexuality. But if you've got if you've got parents that aren't cool, and if you've got a sexuality that they're not cool with, they don't need to see it because it's just going to cause you grief.
Yeah, look, and particularly we're thinking, because in this letter, the writer, she says, after saying her dad found the Yaoi and hasn't told her mum but said we'll talk about it later, so she wants to be ready for the later talk. But she says in the past, she was looking up lesbian online because she literally didn't know what it was.
Well, she was back in eighth grade. Yeah.
Kids were talking about it at school, so she decided to look it up. And her dad saw that she was looking it up and said, well, does that mean you're a lesbian? And she's like, no, I just wanted to know what it meant. And he's going, well, and this is actually in the letter, he said, do you want to see me and your uncle kissing? Now, I hope that wasn't an actual offer. I hope that was what, do you just want to see people of the same gender? Do you want to see boys kissing too? And
hopefully he's just being a weirdo, knee-jerk, reactionary idiot about sexuality and different sexualities.
Because what he said was, if you are a lesbian, that's okay, but you'll have to leave the house.
Again, 8th grade.
How does okay and get out of my house go together, especially when you're that young?
You're a compassionate man.
Yeah.
You really are a very compassionate, very understanding, very, very good father. You know, making your daughter feel accepted and loved like that, you idiot.
Yes.
Sorry, it makes me really angry. And this is why I tell you guys out there to protect your sexuality and protect your privacy, because it is yours. It's not your parents' right to tell you how to be. I'm not saying lie to your parents, but Christ, you don't want to look at them having sex or know about their sexuality, and I bet they wouldn't bloody tell you if they're going to swingers parties.
Yes.
And there is a right to have a privacy there.
Look, and your parents are not going to be comfortable with your sexuality when you're 50, okay?
Yeah. And you're not going to be comfortable with their sexuality when you're 50. I mean, ew. Yeah. I don't want to think of it. I'm an only child. My parents only had sex once.
By accident.
Yeah. It was... Mum used his towel or something.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, it's not cool.
So, my suggestion, how do you deal with your dad on this? Because you point out that you actually like the stories, but it's impossible to read Yaoi without having the graphic man-on-man action.
And look, you're 14 going on 15. You think you're a bit young to be looking at it. I don't think so. I think that's fine. I mean, I think all of us start reading sexual stuff or exploring sexual stuff in our early teenage years. It's quite natural to be curious. You're obviously reading stuff outside of the Yaoi fiction. You're reading other fan fiction, so you're not You're not obsessing about one area of it. So don't feel embarrassed or bad about it. If you are enjoying the sexual parts of the yaoi fiction or the fan fiction, it's fine. You're allowed.
But as for your dad's going to talk to you, what do you say? And I say, don't actually lie. This is don't overshare. Okay.
Yeah.
Even if you enjoy the sexual aspects of the yaoi, there's a whole other range of stuff that you enjoy. Tell the truth about that. Just say, look, Dad, okay, yes, there's a sexual thing, but that's not why I read it. I read it because of the characters, the development, because it's not threatening to women. All of those reasons. Just say, but Dad, it's just the nature of these stories and the way they're published. They always have that graphic stuff, but that's not, I'm not interested in that. Concentrate, tell the truth about the parts you are interested in, and just, let's just not talk about the sexual aspect of it. Because, you're not lying, but you're being safe.
Boys have been saying that they read Penthouse and Playboy for the articles for years.
Yeah, which even doesn't work because now it's all internet porn. Like, yes, I just go on RedTube for the articles.
Yeah. So look, your sexuality is your sexuality. Keep it private, keep it safe, keep it personal. Again, people out there on the interwebs, I'm not saying to not be proud of your sexuality. I'm just saying you shouldn't expose your burgeoning sexuality, your fragile self, to attack. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Because, look, if a parent's got a tendency to freak out and overreact, they always will. It's very hard for parents in that situation to think long-term, like, you know, you're going to be an awesome human being. All they're thinking of, oh my God, here and now today, they're doing something that freaks me out.
Exactly. And it wouldn't matter what you were doing sexually. If he caught you giving a boy a blowjob, that'd freak him out. If he caught you snogging a boy, it would freak him out. If he caught you, like, anything's going to freak him out. You're his little girl. Yeah,
parents need to be able to have willful denial. So really just don't overshare on that front. Yeah. Be as open as is safe to be, but don't overshare. Just talk about the things that aren't sexual and why that's good, and leave it at that.
And just say, I don't want to discuss it with you any further.
Yeah.
I think I think you've got a right to say, I need my privacy. Leave me alone now. I've explained what I can.
Or even just say, like, I'm actually not into the boy on boy stuff. And ooh, Dad, stop talking about it. It's creepy.
Yeah. Oh, nice one.
Make him feel uncomfortable.
Dad,
just Dad, ew, that's creepy. I don't even like it. Dad, stop talking about it.
Are you going to talk about kissing my uncle again?
That'll show
Is that something you really want to do? Because you kept it.
Okay. Now we're being evil. Right, now we're being evil.
Okay, next letter. I am a 17-year-old virgin and I have erection problems. Well, actually, buddy, you don't. Okay, sorry.
Read on.
Whenever I'm being intimate with a girl, it could be touching, hugging or kissing, or even talking about something sexual, I get uncontrollable erections which are very noticeable and can be embarrassing. My question is this. Do you have any tips on how to control unwanted erections? Is it something that becomes easier as you get older? Oh, yes, it does. Or do you have to train yourself to have more self-control?
Yeah, dude, first things first, you don't have erection problems, you have erections.
Yes.
Okay?
Now, look, I obviously need Andrew to help me with this one because I never had them.
Yeah.
But when I was kissing 17-year-old boys or talking about sexual things with 17-year-old boys and they got noticeable erections, that was a turn on, not a turn off. I was like, yay!
That's the actual physiological process. That's the way it's meant to go. And look, and you get self-conscious about it. No two ways. My God, you think you have problems that you get an erection when you're involved in intimate or sexual things. No. It's embarrassing when you're just walking down the shopping mall and
sitting on the bus, sitting in a maths class.
Yeah, you know?
That's when it's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing. And that happens too. And that's the other thing about being a teenager. They're not even sexually related all the time.
One of my girlfriends has got a baby and apparently had his first erection the other day.
It happens. It's a physiological thing about blood flow, and when you're a teenager, just wearing jeans is enough stimulation to give you an erection. So, look, I agree. It can be really embarrassing. Maybe we've got to think about, do we dress left or right? You know what I'm saying, guys? Because don't just let it sit there and there's a natural... You look surprised.
Yes, I didn't know that. Right.
Ladies and young men. Yes. No, there is a natural... Or you can develop a natural tendency to dress left or dress right. You don't just sit there, because then when you get an erection, it is really noticeable.
Right.
And if it's left or right, it's at least a little bit more in control.
Which is why the tailors always ask, do
you dress to the left or the right? Because that's got to do with the cut of the pants. And in a slightly serious note, the type of underwear you choose can have an effect. If you wear boxers, you get an erection, it's going to go fa-tang every time, okay?
Fa-tang. That's the noise it makes.
It is.
Fa-tang.
Teenage erections actually make a noise.
Yeah.
But if you wear, like, what they call them, the bikini shorts, I'm a fan of the trunks.
The boy boxers?
Yeah, the trunks. They're like a hybrid between the
jockey
traditional
and
jockey and the boxers. They're actually form-fitting. And they sort of keep everything in
from
place.
A female perspective, most attractive underpants.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
And I do know from my gay friends they are the most popular with gay men as well.
Oh, well, there you go. See, if gay men and women think they're attractive, and Andrew recommends them as keeping the fatang under a bit of control, I reckon that's okay.
I know some guys like the free and easy with boxers. I've never been comfortable. I like to know where everything is.
I've got mates that are commando constantly. And but they're gay, and they don't care if anyone sees their noticeable. See, again, the fact that your erections are very noticeable, I think it's okay. Things are good.
Very noticeable.
See what we did there?
Yes.
But yeah, look, as a female who was snogging 17-year-old boys when she was 17, maybe when she was 15, we just think it's a compliment. We just go, oh, look, I turned a boy on. Oh, it's so exciting.
Yeah, and it's...
And you know what? I still do it at 40. When I get an erection, I still go, oh, look, I turned a boy on.
Mind you, men at 40 are often a bit more impressed when they get a quick reaction too. Just saying.
This is the other thing, is as you get older, not only... It's not that it's easier to control, it's just harder to get them.
Yeah, there's a reason Viagra is the most profitable drug in the world.
Yeah. So, buddy, you're not alone, and hey, enjoy those erections while you have them.
Dude, it can be embarrassing. Just soldier on. That's the only thing you can do.
All right. So, look, that's Mistress M for this week, and I know it looks very bare here.
Well, I'm now going to get behind the camera, and we'll do a little tour. Wait a sec. So, we here at Mistress M Productions wish to stress that we're not going out of business.
No. We're not. Don't take the laptop.
Emma's moving to Adelaide to do uni in very exciting times, but Mistress M shall continue. We have lots of friends in Adelaide who will help with the videoing, and so you might see some new faces in some of the videos as well. And
I'm going to be studying psychology.
So you go.
So there'll be a bunch of psychology students that I'll start. Abusing and using for my videos.
Ought to get some good stories out of them.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. You will be seeing more of Mistress M in new and exciting locations.
And goodbye to this couch. This is being repossessed, so...
And so, for one final time, as we always say...
Love yourself, touch yourself, and be good to each other.
Bye now.
Bye.